It's now time for Punted, a podcast discussing the very latest in all things racing, including tips, giveaways and laughs. Here's your hosts, Scott McKinnon and Nathan Kendrick.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Punted podcast hosted by myself, Nathan Kendrick and Scotty McKinnon.
Yes, Nath, another week,
$1.
$1.
Sixth up.
We're going all right.
Melbourne Cup horses we are.
Yeah, that's right. We're like pounding. I think he's up to his 13th run in the Australian Cup on the weekend.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Far out. Well, maybe we are.
We'll go into a deep prep, me and you.
Yeah, well.
Tough horses.
I don't know if we'll ever get a spell, to be honest, but another good weekend of racing. We tipped a few winners again.
Tipped a few winners. We didn't go too good on the punt. We had a good day out, though.
Good day out at the Sunshine Coast Hotel's Punters Club event at Parklands Tavern. That was heaps
Plenty
of
of piss, good food.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
Yeah, it's a really good day. But more importantly, new shirts.
Yeah, new shirts. Dino Ryan, Various Services.
He's been trying to get me to get the shirts forever, and he finally dropped them off. I left them there last week at the stables, but I got a hold of them, so we got them on today.
I don't really know what I look like in blue, but anyway, we'll go with it.
I don't think
I don't know if it's my colour, but yeah, sure.
I don't think I'd be much of a farrier either, to be honest.
Neither would I.
But as we said, we tipped a few winners last week.
Your best bet, Lob, no?
Yeah, Bank more. I think
you stuck fat there.
Yeah,
good on you.
$6 I think it got out to, and we've got the half sister by written.
I saw that. So, that would have been an easy sell after it.
Nice pedigree update. Half to a Group 2 winner now, and he's in again on the weekend.
Backing him up.
Yeah, in the Group 1.
Which doesn't look like a strong Australian Cup.
No. Well, I think he's definitely in with a chance. So. Yeah, we'll see anyway.
We'll get to that a bit later, I guess, won't we? Animo, too good. Sat 3 wide. Had every chance for him to get beat. Too good. Too tough.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more you can really say about him. He just keeps doing the job, but
I reckon there's a new horse on the scene that could give him a shake if they go.
If it's the one I'm talking talking about.
Yeah, the Haggis.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to meet Queen Elizabeth.
That'll be a cracking race.
And I think Protagonist might be going that way too. So
yeah, it's hard to line them up, I guess, when they race in different races. But Dubai Honor definitely look to maybe have the wood on Protagonist.
And actually, we got the exactor in that because we had Montefilia too.
Yeah.
So if anyone smart enough to do that, we
listen to the boys. Yeah.
We weren't, but anyway. But yeah, that'll be an interesting matchup when Animo and Dubai Honor go head to head. But Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, what a classy ride. Flies back from Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's right.
How good their stable's going, JD Hayes and Ben Hayes.
They're on fire. And I think they're going to go back up to contest the Doncaster.
He's won the Doncaster. Hard to beat too.
Yeah, and that was Mr. Brightside's third win over a mile at the Valley.
Loves the Valley, doesn't he?
Yeah, so that was a good win. And as we briefly touched on before, Bankmore, he got up $6, I think he paid, or $7.
He might have even got out to 8, I reckon, in the end. Yeah, he blew late.
Good price. But what'd you make of the slipper?
Good race.
It's
a bit strange at the start when learning to fly, dropped the jock.
That was,
That was a bit of an unfortunate for the owners there of that horse. But it was a good race. Shinzo
was a bit of a bittersweet moment for
Coolmore.
Coolmore lost a rider and they won the slipper at the same time.
And they made a stallion out of it probably. It's worth
$50 million.
Yeah, some ridiculous amount they were projecting. That's projections, so it could come out and be a dud.
I haven't seen what the damn side is, but obviously being
Coolmore buying it though.
Yeah, wouldn't have been
good bloodlines, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Chris Waller, first slipper.
He's a bit emotional.
He'll go down as probably the best to ever do it in Australia, that bloke.
Well, he would nearly have won every Group 1 he could.
Every major.
Yeah. And another slipper contender, he ran second in the slipper, won the silver slipper last year, Best of Bordeaux.
Yeah.
He's off to stud.
Didn't come up. They don't come up much, do they?
No, I think he had a virus or something. Or pneumonia it might have even been. So that's why they've elected just to retire him. So they've obviously tried to do everything to get him back, but they can't. But other exciting news, Group 1 Benny. I don't know if anyone else calls him that or if it's just us.
It's just us. I think we might start
something. But he's taken the ride on Uncommon James in the Quokka.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, bloody oath. I don't think it'll come up that strong of a race either, really, for him. Like, there's not going to be a superstar going there.
Well, I think they have Shades of Rose, the Bjorn Baker trained horse.
Bella Nipotina's going.
Yeah. And I think...
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens late, when the slots all get confirmed, what horses go, but a lot of good horses aren't. It's a long travel for a horse to go all the way over there, especially mid-prep.
Well, that's right, and he's already been down to Melbourne, come back up to Sydney for the last one, and then he's got to go across to Perth, but...
He rode 5 winners on the weekend too, Benny.
It's on fire.
Freak. Rode both of the bloody jewels as well.
Yeah, good payday.
Good payday.
Yeah.
I
don't know how or why we didn't touch on those races last week.
That's right, I couldn't figure that out either.
Yeah, I know, but
we'll do more of that when we get into the Winter Carnival here, obviously.
But when the Winter Carnival comes around, we'll be touching a lot more on Queensland racing and Brizzy in particular. But for now, we're back at another good weekend of racing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, you got the William Reid at the Valley.
Cracking race too.
What'd you come up with?
I'm going Kiwi. I'm Kiwi themed. I reckon I'm a big Kiwi weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
We'll let you know later about my best bet, but I think the favourites are Kiwi as well, but I'm going something a bit rougher. I watched this work. Baby Berlin. Blake Shin. Down the bottom. You got to go all the way down the bottom. Number 13. Blake Shin on barrier 2. It's got good form from over there. I just think it'll get the right run. High pressure race.
Yeah.
That's me, on an each way basis.
Yeah.
Like Imperatriz, I tipped it last start and it got nailed by Artorias. He's going over to racing the Platinum Jubilee and then he'll be done.
That's it.
One more run and he's off to stud.
Well, I think he deserves a place to go back over there.
Yeah.
Obviously, Newgate owning him, they want to try get a win on both hemispheres, a Group 1 win on both hemispheres. He's done it down here. He's done it multiple down here. So
that's right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he goes over there.
But what are you tipping, Nathan?
Well, we touched on him briefly before, but he's one of the only horses that have beat Animo.
Right, I know the horse.
I remember this because I had the last leg of my multi. I think it was about $10,000 it was paying if it got up, and it was Animo to win was the last leg. I think he was about $1.80 favourite.
Got wrong.
In the Congo, held on, led the whole way, and held on, just beat him. But yeah, in the Congo, I'm going with Gay Waterhouse train, Tim Clark, brilliant front running rider.
For sure. Been supported early in the market too.
Yeah, well, I liked it before odds even came out.
Yeah.
And even before acceptances came out.
Yeah.
And it's 14 into 7, barrier 1.
Yeah.
1,200 metres around the valley, I think it'll be hard to catch. So
for sure.
Especially with the market move that adds.
I thought you were going to give us the Rockin' Horse, but dropped the Rockin' Horse, have you?
The Rockin' Horse is down the straight.
Okay.
And it let me down. So
fair enough.
Yeah. But that's what I'm going in the Congo.
Yeah, Baby Berlin, not on a serious wager, but each way.
Yeah.
Might touch on that Benedetto. I'm not sure where it lines up. It's in 2 races.
Yeah.
Haven't scratched out of either yet. Not sure, but it's a very good horse.
Hellburn, isn't it? It's won like 5 out of 6.
Yeah, very good horse.
Yeah.
Just want to touch awkward in the William Reid, but it gets back, runs home.
Yeah.
And if they're running home on the night, well, it could be the one just smoking down the outside if it lines up. Was my thing. But other than that, Nath, I think that's all I got for that race.
Yeah, okay. And to Rose Hill again.
Yep.
We had the slipper there obviously last week, but we go back to
Track
Rose
race
Hill.
pretty good too, I thought.
It's very pretty fair,
wasn't it?
But Vinery Stud 2,000 metre race for the 3-year-old fillies.
Yep. This is where it lines up.
I found it a bit of a hard race.
Really? I didn't.
What are you on?
Just the one.
Kiwi horse.
The Kiwi horse. Michael McNabb rode it to a Group 1 last start, survived the protest. We were sitting out the back. 20-minute protest, I think, here we go. But survived. Mark Zara, Barra 4. The only thing, and I think you're tipping as well, is Pravida. Yeah. It's probably the only horse that's been to the trip and been proven that's successful at the trip as well.
And if it hasn't won, it's ran behind good
horses. And it's run at Kembla, it destroyed him in that Kembla.
And it ran second to She's Extreme.
Yeah.
Over 2,000. So
that's the Quinella for me, but other than that, it's a bit of a poor race, I thought, Nath.
Yeah. I liked, there was a bit of a wrap on it early.
Yeah.
It hasn't done much since So Dazzling, the John Sargent trained horse. When it was racing down in Melbourne.
Yep.
It won some decent races. I think it's only won one, but it won
I was in Melbourne when it won its first down there. It paid
it was pretty impressive,
yeah.
But it hasn't really done much since.
But he can get a stay at a fire on its big day, so.
And it looked like it's a much improved run last start
for sure.
Pavitra too, so that's one at odds. But I'm pretty keen to stick with Pavitra. I think the Kiwi horse will be hard to beat in saying that as well, though.
Yeah, I just didn't think it got away from it enough in the weights, as well. Yeah. Proven group horse over the trip as well. I don't think Warriors, I think it's the best bet of the day.
Yeah. I'll
tip it early. That'll be on the Instagram page. It's short.
Well, you need to get one up.
I know, I've been going bad. I started good and you started bad, but now I'm going 2 duds in a row. I should have tipped Opal Ridge. I don't know why.
That's what I was gonna say to some of the people listening. But make sure you follow up on some of these horses, because Scotty had Opal Ridge the other day as his best bet. Got scratched down in Melbourne.
Yeah, and I went with elliptical.
And then bolted in at Sydney the other day. She's All Class, another one we tipped. It ran fair at first up, then won a stakes race down in Melbourne last week. So there's a few that we're tipping that even if they're not winning the start we're tipping them, they're winning or going close the start after. So
we won't pat ourselves on the back too much, but we're going all
but
right.
Just keep, because they're at decent prices.
Yeah, for sure, I know.
$10. I
was running to the bar on Saturday trying to get that bet on Opal Ridge for us.
Well, that's when I rang.
Someone was in front of me, I just had to watch it on the TV.
I know,
it kills me when that happens.
I know, sickening. But we go to race 8 at Rose Hill. Tancred Stakes.
A few on the quick backup.
Yeah, there's quite
Gold
nearly
Trip,
the whole field.
Sir Lucan,
Montefilia,
all the major hosts too on the quick backup. So
what did you come up with?
Tough race.
Yeah,
tough race. Look, I found it extremely hard. There's a lot of the front. I didn't mind Sir Lucan's run the other day.
Good win the other day.
Yeah, and then it just got beat, but yeah, I don't know. I found it hard to come up with a real good play in the race. What did you come up with? You going Montefilia again?
No, I do like Montefilia just purely because she gets a bit of weight relief from the boys. But, Knight's Order, good run the other day.
Probably leads.
Will definitely lead. Tim Clark, same as in the Congo. I think and I don't see much speed in this race either. I think it should get an easy lead.
Yeah.
And be hard to catch. Tim Clark rates these horses out in front perfectly. So I think if it gets an easy enough lead in front around Rose Hill too, as opposed to Randwick, I think he'll.
People are probably getting sick of me saying this about the Europeans, but I've been right twice in a row, so there's no point going astray. Joseph O'Brien's bringing this horse over for the Lloyd Williams camp. Cleveland, drawn barrier 11, Kieran McAvoy. Been good specking for it. Obviously, it's hard to line up form lines, like I was saying last week, and you're a bit in the dark about how actually good they are. But Joseph O'Brien doesn't muck around, I don't think, when he brings horses here.
Did he start the one he bring over?
I think he scratched it.
Was that might have been?
Yeah, he's got another runner in at Melbourne as well. But yeah, I think.
Yeah, the one last week just bolted in anyway.
Yeah.
And what do we go? Yeah, as I said, Knight's Order, I think, just gets rated out in front perfectly by Timmy Clark. But down to Flemington.
Yeah.
And we've got the Australian Cup. There is Group 1 winners in it that have won Group 1s, but it's just, for mine, it was a bit underwhelming.
Well, another race where horses are backing up, like Mwanga.
Yeah.
Cascadian was a big run in the All-Star Mile.
Yeah.
Good run. Yeah, another race that I've struggled to. Are you going to take your best bet again? You going again, Bankmore?
Well, I think he's been running, up until the last start he ran he was running in Group 1s.
Yeah. I don't think the trick worries him either.
I thought he looked like he was strong at the end of 2000 last start. But he gets a massive weight relief on some of these, 54.5.
Yeah.
Obviously,
he'd need to, though.
Yeah, he's up in class, so that's why. But
yeah,
I think from that barrier, he should get a good run. I think they were saying before that run in the Alistair Clark where he won, he was just sort of bad barriers, sort of weight of heart and weight hadn't sort of.
Well, they never help young horses, do they? Really.
And that's the thing. He's got to take on the older, more seasoned horses. But I think with the weight relief, I'm happy to have something on him at 15-1.
Yeah, he's a good quote.
Yeah.
I found it hard to get away from the top.
Yeah.
Really did.
Yeah.
Benny Mallum's on Cascadian.
As you said, big run the other day. They must be keen on him if they're backing him up into this sort of race. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm pretty happy to stick with James Cummings and him knowing what he's doing.
And there's been a bit of money
for it. I've had a bit of luck with him, and if there is a little bit of rain around, the track's rated a soft 5 at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I did see a Snapchat from someone this morning who lives down in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It was raining.
Yeah. The more it rains, the more he wins.
Yeah, so he's in with definitely a good chance.
Yeah, even though I know he's a favourite, but yeah, I found it a pretty weak Australia Cup, to be honest.
Well, I saw a lot of stuff on social media as well about people saying the same thing. So.
Like, there's no... I guess it takes it away with the one in Sydney as well, but...
And it's sort of at that stage too, even in Sydney as well, but, like, there's those horses that are sort of on Melbourne Cup campaigns. And obviously...
They're having a quite light autumn, and then they launch into the spring.
Rev up into the spring. But
for sure.
That's what a lot of these sort of staying races are at the moment. So, yeah, I don't know. I think, I'm happy to take Bankmore at 54.5 at $15, but I think, Cascadian will be hard to beat.
Yeah. I'll just touch on back in Sydney, race 5, We Own a Smart One lines up.
Yeah,
back in Sydney for the first time. Ryan Maloney jumps aboard.
Up to 1,400 too, isn't it?
Up to, it's 1,200. 1,200 first up. It's got to carry 59.
Yeah.
But he's a genuine hope in that sort of race. It's an open race. He's $7 favourite.
Yeah, okay.
Just touch on him. He looked like a real smart horse that could have won a good one last.
You know who I saw actually down in it might have been in the Tancred was Kerry and Ian Taplin's horse.
Yeah, the Taplins.
Yeah.
They've taken 2 down.
Have they taken 2?
Yeah, they've taken 2 down.
Yeah, okay. Because it's won twice up here and the last 2 in Brizzy and won pretty well. So
yeah, exactly.
They must have a bit of an
they're having a crack, eh?
Yeah.
When them staying races, if you've got a good stayer and you know they're going to stay,
that's right.
You never know where they finish, you know?
Well, and these races probably, as we've sort of touched on, they're probably not the strongest.
Yeah, that's right. There's no
additions of what they have been
for sure.
to either. So, yeah, you got to be in it to win it, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And
what do you got, a local?
I've got a couple. I haven't seen if prices are out for tomorrow night yet because we're recording on Thursday, but I think there's 2 tomorrow I like at Sunny Coast. Loose Unit.
Yeah.
Bailey Wheeler rides. He's on fire at the moment. I was speaking to him the other day. I think he said he's been up here for about 6 weeks and he's rode about 25
he's
winners
flying.
or something.
I read an article he's going to try and chase the apprenticeship.
Yeah. The apprentice premiership. Yeah. No, fair enough. And he's on, so he takes off 2 kilos because he's lost that 3 kilo claim now. And I think it's a pretty winnable race. I'm not sure what odds you'll get about him, but I think he'll be hard to beat. And another one, it's probably short of her best over 1,300, but Bailey Wheeler rides her too. And if she's at her best, she should be winning Baloo.
Baloo, we had Baloo. I love Baloo.
You had to get her in the gates the other day.
I actually wasn't out there. I was in the steward's tower just jotting down a few notes.
No, if she's on her best behaviour and if she puts her best foot forward, she's
got talent. She's
just mentally a bit
struggles with it a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But and on Sunday, one to follow, Rustic Boom. We nearly got him at 40 to 1 the other day.
We got on the couch. I started riding the couch a bit.
Yeah, no, he's I don't know how he didn't run a place, but he was 40 to 1. Just got beaten, ran 4th. Beaten, I think, a length.
Yeah, so, it was a good run.
Yeah, so
you back him again.
Yeah, and he probably missed a bit of work leading into that race too. So I think he's back to 1,000 on Sunday, so he should be right in there.
Beautiful. Yeah, we've only got 2 runners for the weekend. We got one of yours, Crew Racing, another Crew Racing runner. Traders Gate.
What's he doing? 12
Price and Kent. 12 out of 12 in a hard race to a Class 1 on a Friday night, and it's lobbed up. Van Dijk's thing looks awfully hard to beat.
It looks hard, but I thought there was going to be a bit of rain throughout the week.
We got 8 mil yesterday, so I did a penno yesterday. The jar's out of the track, come probably the sun's out now. Come Friday, it's probably going to be a good 4, but it's still a good surface for him. I don't know what we do from there. Bailey Wheeler's got to weave some magic, and
he's the one to do it at the moment. Take some weight off, and he's.
But other than that, I couldn't tip him to you. Need the run probably, Nath, and we'll go from there. Yeah,
so we've actually got a pretty exciting guest. I guess you could say he's our first international guest.
Yeah,
he's not in Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're sticking around for Jarrod Wessel, he'll be on shortly, but very keen to get him on and have a chat with him. But thanks for tuning in to another week, and hopefully we've tipped you some winners.
Yeah, talk to you.
See you guys. Unfortunately, Jarrod won't be on this week's episode due to some technical difficulties we had with the audio from our end, so we'll get him on the show when he comes back in early April, but stay tuned, it'll be a good interview.